Our focus on traffic crashes begins this month with a motorcycle and car collision on 185th Street, just west of Interstate 35. Sadly, a motorcyclist from Belle Plaine died in that crash.
Preliminary information indicates that there was a motorcycle traveling westbound on 185th Street, approaching Kenyon Avenue, and an eastbound passenger vehicle made a left-hand turn directly in front of the motorcycle.
The victim was identified as Richard Bray. He was operating the cycle with his wife Kimberly, who was injured. The car was being driven by a 17-year-old boy who lives nearby. He was uninjured. This was the second motorcycle fatality in Lakeville this summer. Just a few weeks later, another serious crash nearly took the life of a 20-year-old woman. She was traveling northbound on Highview Avenue in central Lakeville when she suddenly lost control at a high rate of speed.
Left the roadway surface, onto the shoulder. The operator apparently either overcorrected or made a dramatic movement in reaction to that, and crossed over the southbound lanes and ended up striking a tree.
This crash is still under investigation, but police suspect alcohol was involved. Besides impaired driving, distracted driving has become a major problem on our roadways.
People need to just remember that your sole responsibility when you're behind the wheel is the safe operation of that motor vehicle. You shouldn't be doing anything else.
Cell phone use and text messaging are some common distractions with drivers. Police Captain Kevin Manias cautions against doing any of those things while driving.
Even with a hands-free set where you're not actually holding the phone, the problem associated with that is your thought process is involved in the conversation that you're having with whoever you're talking to. It's not on what's going on around you and paying attention to your driving responsibility. And that can delay your ability to observe a problem and then react to it. And sometimes it only takes that fraction of a second to make a difference.
Nearly 500 people die every year in traffic crashes across Minnesota. And tragically, there are 2 to 4 people who end up dying in Lakeville. Captain Manias says it's time for motorists to take action to prevent these needless deaths from taking place on our roadways.
You could end up operating your motor vehicle 100% safe, but you need to make sure that you're paying attention to what everyone else is doing, because the person next to you might not be. And as long as you're aware of it and are able to react to it because you saw it and paid attention to it, then you can help avoid there being a crash.